with Monarch's third episode, Secrets and Lies. We go to Alaska. And we get there. And I think the setup can't help but, recall, The Thing and with Kurt Russell's film from the 80s, and all that. And hope that there'll be some amount of nods to it, at least stylistically or whatnot. But this is continuing the search for the main, a couple of the main characters. Father, who discover, rather embarrassingly, that they're half siblings because Daddy got around. And so it's intriguing. There was the big escape for Kurt Russell's character, and how far Monarch is willing to go in order to maintain this. And it's interesting that they would, I mean, I suppose it's still credible that a lot of this would be maintained, but at the same time, the big attack already happened, and I'm guessing just to try to maintain a control over the situation and saying, don't worry about it, that was a one-time thing. And yeah, I mean, the public at large knows there's giant monsters that exist. And so, but then it's like they know other things that, it could even be worse than that. Well, obviously that, if you're from the films, you already know that there's other creatures, there's a whole underworld, and possible other dimensions and all this stuff. And so there's a lot more to it than just, hey, there was some dormant creature that woke up and attacked, So anyway, the same thing, the interplay between the back and forth between 2015 and the 1950s, and the development of what these relationships appeared to be. So the military is on board, and you see the beginnings of Monarch there, where they says, we've got to get a handle on this. Of course, their answer is to nuke whatever is there. So we get a cameo from Godzilla in this film. So, hey, it happens, everything is owed to him basically here. And so he shows up. Do you remember Godzilla meets Bambi? Well, this is Godzilla meets Atomic Bomb, and but we know this is in the 50s, so don't worry. Of course, he comes back later, but I guess I have spoiled it. It doesn't look good after this, but it creates the thing, and this is one of those things where it suggests this, and it's like, well, the military are the bad guys. But you can understand their position. I mean, my God, this thing shows up, and they're like, look, we need to protect ourselves. We can't have these giant monsters just roaming about, even if he's just on his Sunday walk. It could be devastating. And so, even though the overall story, no, Godzilla's there to protect the Earth from, enemies and whatnot, and that sort of thing. They don't know that, obviously, and so this is the situation. Shaw tries to, can't we think of something else? Of course, no, it's already decided, and besides, this was the price they paid for the funding and backing of the United States government and the military and that sort of thing for Monarch to take off. And I'm forgetting her name, the lady that's the head of the team of the three of them, and she's of course devastated and upset, and especially since they're supposed to study this, and well, here comes their biggest specimen, and they blow him up. But in the end, well, they've got full funding, just blank checks. So, hey, look on the bright side. As they go forward. And so that's how that plays out. So again, well done. Taking certain aspects of actual history and the test sites they would do on these islands and all that sort of stuff back in those days, and but in this case to suggest, well, it wasn't just a test. So, yes, I have heard the show takes a bad turn, but 3 episodes in, it's pretty damn good, and well fashioned and well formed. I've got no real complaints for it. Which is, when I get to the 5th episode, supposedly, or maybe it's the 6th one, I can't remember who said what, but just please don't be that bad, because I'm really liking this show, but that's the way it goes. It may very well be the case. So, but so far, it would be a shame because they've done such great work here. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world and all that, giant monsters and stuff like that, but, the fun's there, but also this element of, yes, soap opera, but also the mystery and intrigue to it, and well-performed characters, makes completes the whole thing, enterprise, and I appreciate it. So, 3 episodes in, I'm saying it's a great show, great series. But of course, that can change very rapidly, and in this day and age, just have to be forewarned for that, and sadly expect it. I kept expecting it in One Piece, didn't happen. So, hope springs eternal. So, but yeah, 3 episodes in, Monarch, so far so good. With Secrets and Lies. That was the title. Again, another soap opera trope, but also the trope of mysteries and whatnot. And of course, Secrets and Lies. Why? Why would you do that? And the excuse is always, hey, I was trying to protect you. Now, in the soap opera, it's usually, yeah, I lied to you about the affair I had with the secretary because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, honey. I did it for you. It never works, and it shouldn't. But here, hey, look, it was a giant monster. What was I supposed to do? I had a nuke laying around. I used it. Hey, I'm only human. So anyway, good episode.